She used to be my girl. She used to be my girl. Whose girl? What's up? Whose girl did you used to be? Tell me about whose girl. She used to be, look, notification. That's exclamation point, notification red, hands down. No comment even, I see, too. Why is it used to? Mac and cheese in the reverse. Maybe I wasn't cheesy enough. Is that what it was? Somebody interested in you and they're going, but I used to date her though. Yeah, even with it, when it came to sex, I feel like somebody, you're not cheesy. You could have a social media platform, or there's something on social media that when they see your pictures and stuff, I feel like this guy has a physical reaction to your picture or some content. Yeah, what is this? Or is this your husband? Or she used to be mad. This is definitely a platform. That's what this is. And I think whatever you do on this platform, it could be pretty competitive. But however you do it, you're very firm. You're very this. What I say is what I say. You're not cheesy. So whatever someone else does that you do, they do it in a different way. I think you put a twist on it. That could even be with this. Ha, ha, ha. Here's the aha with the twist. You could even, the way that you handle some man's thing, could have been that you had your own twist, or you could have literally done something with a twist. I'll never forget. Yeah, strong in your hand. Like your hands are strong too. This guy's remembering when he used to be with you and how you were and how you treated him. Him and his thing. Well, she loved us both the same. Yeah, I'll tell you what. This guy, his love for you was maybe a little excessive. Unless he was a Capricorn. If he was a Capricorn, fine. But if this is where you going. Did you start putting some kind of wall up with this guy? This could be an athlete even that you dated. You know what I think? I think that you could have dated some guys where even if they weren't at the time athletes and shit, or even musicians, you could have dated them before they were seen, and now they're remembering you and how different you were from everybody else, and you may have even helped them get to certain places because of their experience with you. If this was musicians writing songs about a relationship or a friendship, I believe that some of it you inspired them to write certain lyrics. If this was movies, even there could be movies that the storyline had to do with something with you. Even if you dated somebody who wound up being a director or a writer, they always think of you in something that they do creatively. This is that guy, that kid. You guys grew up together. You played in the same playground at some point, and they had a hard time dealing with that. They could have been the kind of kid that would kick dirt on you, or if you built something, they would come and stomp on it. Waiting for you to maybe come over to them, and he could be doing the same shit as an adult. This is the same thing over and over again, right? Maybe that's the devil part of this guy, is that he puts boundaries up because he has a hard time dealing with even childhood shit. She used to be my girl, but I was going through things at the time, and I was very closed off to love. It was more or less the love that this guy seen as a child I feel like it was very conditional. So he carried that on into relationships. And that made him maybe a little competitive or just jealous in some way. You could have grown up in a different type of environment as well. Tell me how you grew up. You did not penny pinch. All right, that's penny pinching in reverse. There's two opposite sides of the tracks. Yep. Whatever this line of work is, it could even been with a darker. This would be a secret type of environment, a darker type of environment. There's rain and storms and shit and wind in both of these cards. So whatever this was that you didn't want for anything, I feel like you didn't really care for this kind of life. You could have been born into some kind of mob or even Freemasonry of some sort, secret society where would be elites, secrets. I mean, the two of you could have been. Oh, no, here's another person. All right, so here's the one over here that had a different type of life. With the Rocky thing, it could be that they grew up in a worse part of the environment than you did, or even in a different country. All right, so we have this over here, and as a child, I feel like they had a pretty chaotic or a life of robbing Peter to pay Paul. And then here's you over here, but who's this other person here? You met this person here. Okay. This was secret lovers, yeah. That's what we are. But we both belong to someone else. And I don't think, obviously as a kid you don't, but it could have been fated. You're both fated for somebody else, okay? And I think that's why this is breadcrumbing, kind of in and out. It wasn't really that serious. Or every time you would try to get more serious, something would happen. It's because you weren't meant to be together. Give me some letters. H-A. T-A. M-C. E-R. Lonely, your world is so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father. Okay, this one over here could have been. I don't feel like he dated a lot of people, though. I don't. I feel my life and who I turned out to be was a little peculiar, and I just didn't date a lot. Handsome, smart would be perceived from by other people as the weirdo who doesn't date. There must be something wrong with them. And then there's the woman over here who grew up a little bit differently. This looks like you could even had servants and shit like that, right? A lot of family secrets, that type of thing. I know I said it already, but I'm going over things again. Feeling like you didn't really fit in with this family too. Been caught picking a wedge in public, but I just feel you're really down to earth. That could have been how the two of you met. That's what I feel. Or you picked a bully, or somebody, they saw you maybe later in life is what I feel. And you're just the same. You could have been that same type of, so you're on different tracks, same area for whatever reason. This could have been that you traveled or your family traveled. You could have been an army brat, but you wound up in the same place as kids at some point. All right. So here this is, you may not have gravitated towards this one at first because I said he was the one that would kick dirt or pull your hair. That's the way he knew to get attention from girls. And then here's the other one that was possibly a planned or an arranged thing. It's like you sprinkled fairy dust on this cat. He just watched you. Did he follow you by any chance? Or if you end up in the same place later in life, I feel like he could tell that you're someone he met before. He can't figure out how. Wasn't there a movie about two people who met up later at an airport or something? And they're both going through divorces and they liked each other before, but it just wasn't the right time. That's what this is. The timing wasn't right before. But now, this could even be a result of some kind of spell being broken, some curse being broken, to keep the two of you away from each other. The royal curse. Yeah, of having relationships where you're just constantly struggling. Nothing went right for the two of you separately, so neither one of you can say that it's because of how you grew up or what you had. Yeah, you had a hard time finding success. Every time something would start going well, what happened? You don't like being seen either. You have a hard time dealing with attention. You both could just be the type of people who kind of close yourself off from the world. And you manifest this way. You manifest each other. I don't know what happened. You know what I feel? I feel like your family could have moved you away as a teenager to get away from this guy. Truth. Okay? This feels like family crest or something. I'm not sure about this other one here. I don't know how they live. This feels like more inner city or a town or something like that. And he could have been real good at sports and was going to be that guy that should have went further with something like that. Very gifted in skill, but just didn't have the opportunities. And I feel like you had a whole bunch of opportunities, but what you were missing was a best friend, or you're missing this type of person. I wouldn't be surprised. It feels like you were a world apart at some point, and then you manifested each other. Okay? But because the two of you have a hard time receiving attention or even wanting to be seen, they're showing me two people who kind of move with their head down, and you wind up just being by yourselves all the time. I don't need attention. I don't really want it. And I think it's because whatever attention you had as children, it wasn't good attention. You could both be attractive and were attractive as children, or you attract a lot of weirdos because of you sticking out in some way. It could be just that your energy stuck out as a child and you attracted demons and other people the same way you do as adults. You always wind up losing things every time. What is it with me? I feel I'm gifted, the kind of person I am. I feel like I should have been a royal. I mean, there's something I can tell. But, I mean, the way I'm treated by the world, you just feel like the world never takes you in and never fully accepts you. And there's a reason why the two of you were brought together twice already. You may not even know that you were. I'm always disappointed in relationships, housing situations. You know what the great thing about this is? This situation has forced the two of you to be nomads. I'm not sure what this is with this thing here, with this money or elites, but it feels like with the breadcrumbing that maybe they wanted to give you a little bit of your trust or something, or this was contingent that maybe you didn't see this guy. Excuse me, you could have chosen to trust at that time over him because it wasn't that serious. The bottom line is that you both are experiencing a situation right now where I'm not sure where I'm going to lay my head positively. You could have people that like to stir shit up or set you up to say that you're stealing from people that you're living with. You build trust naturally and then somebody else tries to destroy it. You may wind up walking up the street together someday at the same time and just wind up meeting and hitting it off because of all this shit that you've been through separately. Yep. This is blessings to, you're both blessings to this world in many ways, and it's just because of your authenticity. You're not tainted so much by the world because if the world kind of shutting you out, it helped you out. That's what it feels like to me. And it's almost like the two of you preserved yourselves for each other in some weird way. even if it's just your valuable time. There's something here about the two of you knowing your worth, that you deserve better. I don't play victim, but I do feel like I had a shitty hand dealt to me over and over again. When am I going to get what I deserve? And I feel like what you deserve is each other. You can't build a relationship off something better. You both meet in a situation where you don't play victim, so there's no boring conversation or eye rolling where, oh my God, well, I'm going through this too. It's an understanding, a mutual understanding that maybe we're just the fucking throwaways that wound up on each other's path, and then you build from there. Nobody has more than each other. It's what it feels like to me. We're both right here, and we both have the same goals from this point on. I dig it. Just pay attention when it comes in your face. No. Pay attention when you two meet, that it's that person. You're just going to know how you feel. That's what I meant to say. He could be remembering you for that. You never know. Either way, see you.